You know what it is. Welcome back to another episode of the Play for Keeps podcast, the only podcast
where we do something different every day.
Just like that. Just like that. Before we get into the nitty-gritties, no ditties, all that stuff, like before we accomplish everything, I just want to make sure everybody is on the same page.
Donations.
You're on the same page.
Donations.
This podcast doesn't, well, that's a lie, but I'm gonna lie again. It doesn't,
as you said,
it doesn't function without y'all, man. We need y'all, man.
I can't eat. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that.
You have the power. You have that power.
You. Yes, you. Come on, man. Put the fries in the.
Just put the fries in the bag, fuck nigga. Golly.
Come on, man. Hey. Donation link down below. And for our contributors already, we do appreciate you.
All I hear is that check came in. I love it when you talk to me. My cat's the scene. I love it when you talk to me. My cat's the scene.
Once that check came in, man, we appreciate you. It never gets old, honestly. I was like, I'm gonna get tired of it, and
I need him to, like, even though that's not his song and he's not even a singer or rapper or whatever, he need to perform that somewhere. I'll pay good money for that. Not really.
Sometimes I'll be watching I'll be watching like the streams that they like repost on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like sometimes like he'll sing it. He'll sing it in the stream just off of boredom. And I'm just like, not gonna lie. Was it AI? Was it really AI? Because they got that nigga voice correct. That was a perfect.
Like the only reason I think is like AI all the way is cool. I don't know if he can sing in real life, but I feel like he was hitting the notes like sort of good. So I'm like, that's what makes me think it's AI. But I don't know if he can sing or not in real life. So I don't know.
I don't know. Even his bad notes on the actual stream, I was like, but this sounds believable.
Exactly. That's why AI is dangerous, bro. That's why AI is dangerous.
Oh man, look, I'm here to tell you, I got time.
Cause I'm gonna keep it G real. I don't fuck with you cause you disrespecting me. You disrespect my hood by telling me take off my flag, asking how gangster I was, nigga. You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz I told you I ain't got time for that. But nigga, today I got time, cuz.
Today I got time. I got time today, Jax. And I know we're not supposed to go super long, but I do have our classic. Who has the better bar? The first candidate. They're saying this might be bar of the year.
Hey, I'll pistol whoop him till his head is there. Listen, I'll pistol whoop him until his head is swole. He ain't even gonna know who did it. Because I had the hoodie on so tight, shit looked like a butthole.
All right.
What?
That's candidate number one. Contestant number two. Give me an example of someone singing "Let the Renters Do."
Oh my god.
August, but you right. And Adi Boom about to get killed by an R&B artist. And I'm only saying that because this is something my fans was waiting on. With a voice so official, ain't no way it's gonna get hated on. Watch, chicks in here, right? I said, I don't think none of these rappers are fucking with me. I don't dream. In order to do that, you have to be asleep. I don't sleep. I was taught to stay on my damn toes and introducing the next best thing that goes by the name show. You know I bloody don't mind me in his targets.
Yeah, man.
You right.
Yeah, Jax, who had a better bar?
It's the second nigga, because the first nigga, I'm not even gonna repeat what he said. But like, singing aggressively at somebody is that's a choice. That's a choice.
I'm seeing him turn his head. Yo, like you in this nigga face, bro. Back up.
That's a choice. I guess. He was singing though. He was in that though. He's saying.
Yo, singing that passionately and saying, "Ain't nobody fucking with me." It's low-key a bar.
That's what's wrong with all these R&B artists, bro. They be trying to be rappers, bro. Stop it. Just sing about love, bro. We don't need another. We don't need like Chris Brown. We don't care if you're tough, bro. We don't care that you became a blood at 32, bro. It doesn't like I don't get it.
The biggest the bombs dropped. A Woj bomb on yourself is kind of crazy.
I respect
Woj bomb. Yeah, I respect it. Do I have that? He is retiring. I think after 30 years of working at ESPN. Well, I think it was 38 in the field. I think specifically 30 years with ESPN. Kind of came to a shock for me. I didn't know he was prepping to do this. Is also going to be a GM for what's the name of that place?
I think it was like
Saint
Bonaventure.
Yeah. Apparently he's going to be a GM for that. It's been a long time coming for him. He seems happy enough to go that route. Jax, what's your first initial thoughts on all this?
It's probably I was gonna say it's probably for the best, but no, because that means Shams will be the main guy who scoops NBA whatever. And Shams the worst human being ever, bro, because he scoops like NFL draft picks. Like he's not even sports is not even in the like not even basketball. Like Shams is annoying because he does that. So I think it's just gonna make everything so much worse. Because Shams, he has no shame. He has no shame.
Shams definitely has no shame. And what he works? Don't he? He currently works for what? FanDuel? I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, FanDuel.
That was always questionable in myself, but apparently he's the candidate for. He's the next candidate for ESPN to go pick up. With a crazy runner-up of Chris Haynes. Shout out to him.
I'm not mad at that.
Not mad.
Although he not really is scooping really his thing. I know he does it I know he does it a little bit, but for the most part, I think he just
that nigga dabbles.
Stories.
That nigga dabbles in that. That's not his.
Yeah,
I'm never known for him to be. Oh, he's that guy. But I mean, I feel like he's a insider for like individual teams. So I think like he may have like known the insides of like the Warriors during them KD years.
Yeah, I feel like he's like an insider for like players as well.
True.
Everybody just really rocks with him. So
yeah, shout out to his brother. I remember his brother.
I forgot about his brother.
Oh shit, that was a crazy day on Twitter. Was it Mark Haynes?
I don't know. He who shall not be named. That's his name.
Fan.
Yeah, fan.
Fan.
The worst type of nigga.
Jesus. Nah, man. That was a great PR run. Apparently he's still employed somewhere. But
he's still employed?
Well, he's working somewhere. Like he's still in the industry. He's still in the industry. Damn, I don't think I have that. I don't think I have that Brian Windhorst thing that we had just saw. But basically, he felt like there's been reports that, this is also, this is bad, but apparently this is a blessing in disguise for some people. As there are some insiders that think that Woj was holding people, specifically Brian Windhorst, back from reaching his full potential. He's criminally underrated, said one source. In fact, sources whisper Wojnarowski's departure could have paved the way for Windhorst's ascension. That the feeling in some circles is he's been held back by Woj's outsized presence. Now, that's a crazy last line.
I was like, Woj has the outsized presence? Woj has the outsized presence?
I ain't want to say nothing, but I don't know. Now that is... Yeah, Woj Bomb, Breaking Wind. I'm thinking about like when they tried to do like the Shams bomb. I didn't like that.
It doesn't. I don't think
it doesn't.
It has to come naturally. I don't even know when like the first Woj bomb was, or who was the first person to coin that phrase. But whoever did it, that was a bar though. You can't even lie about it. That was a bar.
I feel like it was on some Bron shit. It was probably like Bron went to the Heat or something. It would have to be. And that actually brings me to some of his notable shit. What's the bookmarks? Yeah. The greatest Woj bombs of all time. There was a thread. These are some of his best ones. LeBron James agreeing to a 4-year with the Lakers. I kind of knew that was going to happen. Anything pertaining to the Lakers, that ain't really surprised me. Anthony Davis had the "that's all folks" thing. Like that was a dead giveaway. Free agent Kawhi forms runners of plans on signing with the Clippers. I'm not
that one. I wasn't that surprised with that one.
I wasn't that surprised either. Oklahoma City's trading Paul George. That was a little surprising, but
just because the draft picks made it surprising.
Yeah. Kyrie Irving, but details still working to completion to go to Boston. That was a little bit surprising, I will say.
Yeah. Kyrie in Boston was that was an era to say the least. That was an era to say the least.
Brooklyn will sign Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and DeAndre Jordan. I don't know why this. I don't know why.
DeAndre was a person who who scoped out, made sure the coast was clear before they signed him. So that one was all the KD Woj bombs are surprising because he just does not do what you expect him to do ever.
Sliding this DeAndre Jordan news in there was, why is there a polar bear in Arlington, Texas? It's kind of crazy. This one wasn't even that surprising. I guess I was surprised that it actually happened, but he was very vocal about going to Brooklyn. James Harden.
He was very vocal about getting out of Houston in general.
Yeah, that's true. The Bucks, was that surprising? No, by that time
he wanted to go to the Heat. So I was like, Bucks is crazy, but
but I feel like the sentiment was like everybody was just ready for him to leave Portland. There was like,
also true.
But yeah, none of these have been crazy just yet.
That one was crazy.
Yeah, that one was crazy. Kawhi going, that was crazy. James Harden going to Houston, that should have been crazier in the moment.
But he wanted to get out of OKC though, so I'm not,
He just wanted more money, and they didn't want to give him that money. So, and shout out to Kevin Martin. I was a fan of Kevin Martin. That was my guy. New York. Carmelo Anthony to OKC, was that crazy?
Unexpected.
Yeah. All right. Donovan Mitchell tested positive for coronavirus. Jazz players probably say Rudy Gobert has been careless in the locker room. Hey, yo, this is the start. This is the start of the Rudy hate train right here.
This is the start of the end of the world.
The NBA has suspended the season. Now that,
yeah,
that is the one. Go, yeah, right here. Kevin Durant will sign with Golden State. I'll never forget when you told me about when you was on that pod and you were telling me that you DM Kevin Durant.
Bro,
and you said, "Hey, there's still time. There's still time." That's what made me crack up for real. Oh shit, yeah. But I guess those are the most notable ones. But he had a crazy run. He had a crazy run.
Literally the craziest. He's been doing that for what? Like you said, like 30 years?
30 years, I think 30 years with ESPN, 38 in total, just in the field. He was actually born in Connecticut. Or not born, well, I guess he grew up, he said down the street from ESPN. I'll say, damn.
I guess you want to stay up there. You want to live there for your whole life, I guess.
Hey, if that's home, that's home.
That's home, Greg?
Stop it. You know. Niggas be disrespectful on the pod. It's really crazy. It really be your own people. Be your
disrespectful on the. I be disrespectful on the pod.
No, this not home, nigga. Stop it.
I be just speaking of disrespect on podcasts. Yeah, you were on the the Redacted show on a recent episode of the Redacted show, and y'all spent the first 5 minutes attacking. Literally, the first 5 minutes of attacking me.
Attacking me personally.
Stop it.
Attacking is a little reach for me.
Stop it.
I just gave you an instant. I gave an instance where I'm like, I ain't like this. And I said when he's on fire, when he's hot, And I said when that nigga cold, boy, is that nigga cold. That's what I said, and I stand on that because that's what it is.
Attacking me for 5 minutes straight is crazy. And then
5 minutes straight is crazy.
It was 5 minutes straight. I was looking at the time. I was like, damn, when they gonna get to the actual episode?
That's what.
So no, I was timing. I was like, damn, it's been 5 minutes. These niggas still going in on me. That's crazy. It was real crazy. And then I didn't even know this was gonna happen either. So imagine my surprise when I click play and I just hear, "Oh my God, Jack, that nigga suck, bro. Fuck that nigga. I hate that."
Bro, nobody said fuck that nigga. Lying.
But you get the point, nigga.
Nah. This nigga he's trying to add seasoning to this hate. Nah, bro.
But you admit it was hate. See, there we go.
Nah, there we go. I think it's Feek. I think in order, Feek, Dana, then me.
Stop.
In order of hate, because Feek came out that man, his takes are trash. I was like, oh, fuck. And I was in and then Dana. I don't know.
It go. I think it went Feek, you, then Dana.
The fuck I do?
Hate on me, nigga.
What exactly did I? Because I didn't agree with that list. Damn, nigga.
And I told you said the list or whatever. You gave the list, and then I was like, wait, that wasn't even the list because I changed the list.
No, but what you failed to realize, we were recording around that same time.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm actively like in the DMs texting you like, what are you talking about? Like in full transparency, like they were supposed to drop that a long time ago. They just finally decided to just drop. Look,
I mean, that host too. It's probably a lot to that was 2 hours.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, okay, bet, break it down. But nah, we do need to go on that side of the podcast and do a collab from that point of view. Shout out to the Redacted show. Yeah. But to get in and really get into the meat and potatoes, football. You mentioned that the rookie quarterbacks in general are buns. They're not good. And I'm not gonna lie. It's been a minute since quarterbacks in general, like these recent quarterbacks have been in general. Like, yes, last year people are just
CJ Stroud was the good one last year. That was it.
Richardson got hurt. We have memes of Will Levis right now, and I forgot. Was there any other? Was there another quarterback? Was that the only? Was there only three?
I feel like there was one more.
Stroud, Richardson, Levis. That was it. No, Bryce
There's
Young.
one more. There's one more. There's one more. I was like, I'm gonna wait. There's one more.
Shit, that's on me. That's on me.
That's how bad they've been, bro. Like,
You're right. When it comes to the quarterback, we'll just stick with rookies. But when it comes to the rookie quarterbacks, the real winner right now is Michael Penix because he just hasn't played.
Michael Penix has thrown he's thrown for the same amount of touchdowns as Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, and Drake May.
And JJ McCarthy.
He's thrown for the same amount of touchdowns. JJ McCarthy's also thrown for the same amount of touchdowns as them. Because they've all thrown, none of them have thrown, it's been 3 weeks. None of them have thrown a single touchdown in an NFL game.
Jax rank the 5 QB rookie QBs right now.
All right, I'm going Michael Penix, JJ McCarthy.
Thank you.
Drake May. then Jaden Daniels, then Caleb Williams. Because Jaden Daniels, he hasn't thrown a touchdown, but they've won a game. Or I think they've won. Have they won 2 games or 1 game? But they won a game where it felt like, okay, they were actually driving down the field. In Caleb Williams, they won in their 1 win against I believe it was the Titans they played. He only threw for like 93 yards.
I would switch Jaden Daniels and Drake May, but other than that, I like the list. That's exactly how I have it. This is bad, but I mean, Tom Brady talked about this.
Yeah, I was gonna say this goes back to what Tom Brady said. He's like, I don't have the clip pulled up or nothing, but he was giving an interview and he was like, a lot of these quarterbacks, they need to sit for a year because now they're being taught to the level that they're at, which is like a sort of a elementary level of football. They're not actually being able to process the game. They're doing all these like spread concepts and stuff. They don't know how to actually read a defense. And defenses have gotten smarter because that's what happens when the game's not evolving. So defense has gotten smarter and they're better at taking away everything these quarterbacks want. And that's why quarterback play has been trashed. Because I think like this season was the lowest or the fewest amount of touchdown passes thrown from quarterbacks in the NFL in like the past 3 or 4 years, and the number keeps going down because these quarterbacks suck now.
Yeah. And I think like starting like having rookie QBs like start off rip, it's systemic. So I don't want to blame a coach or anything because a coach is going to do what's in the best interest of keeping his job.
Literally.
But like, yeah, it goes back to college. Like true freshmen used to mean something. Now it's like, oh, it's NIL and I'm expected to, start all of this stuff. So I get it. Will it change? No, it won't. There'll never be a time where we legit have a situation like Jordan Love. Like Jordan Loves will be anomalies. Like your Aaron Rodgers that sit for 3 years. Your first round QB sitting for 3 years and it's acceptable by everybody.
3 is sort of a lie. I can't even lie about that though. 3 is a long at like Jordan Love. He had to sit because it was Aaron Rodgers in front of him. That makes sense.
And Aaron Rodgers had to sit because Brett Favre was in front of him. Yeah. Like those are anomalies. But a year, there's nothing wrong with a year. There's nothing wrong with 1 year and then you play week 17. Like Pat Mahomes or some shit. Or shoot, like even Lamar. Even Lamar.
Because Lamar only started playing because I think Joe Flacco had gotten hurt or something like that. But then they just kept winning with Lamar. So they just kept him at starter. Yeah.
And Greg Roman's offensive scheme plan, it made sense back then for him to do what they were doing. But people outgrow things. And then I'm with the exception of CJ Stroud, I'm trying to figure out like who was the last person to start week 1 and still be like deemed like a good to elite quarterback.
Because like last year, or not last year, but the year before, so I guess 2022, that was not Will Levis, but Malik Willis and the white guy from the Steel, Kenny Pickett. It was Malik Willis and Kenny Pickett. And then the year before that was Trevor Lawrence and them. And we all thought Trevor Lawrence was going to be like this generational prospect and stuff.
Trevor Lawrence was 21?
Yeah. It was Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields.
I did not know he was in there with Trey Lance and them. I did not know that.
He was number 1 pick. But Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields. And Trevor Lawrence is the best out of all of them, but he's still he hasn't looked good recently. In a minute, and he was supposed to be this next Peyton Manning, an athletic Peyton Manning, or the next big thing, and it hasn't panned out. So I don't even know. Like, who was the last good immediate starter outside of CJ Stroud? Like this?
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on how you feel about the 2020 draft class of Joe Burrow.
No, Joe Burrow was good. No,
I'm saying Joe Burrow, Tua, Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert had to start early because they tried to kill his kill the person who wasn't going to start in front of him.
They had good intentions of like way. Oh, and Jalen Hurts, but he was behind Carson Wentz. Yeah.
I guess those were the last like good quarterback. Although Tua, he wasn't that good starting off. Joe Burrow was
got injured that year. He tore his. No, Justin Herbert had promise
because that team in general wasn't good because it's Chargers. So
and Carson Wentz was still like playing for most of that. So yeah, I think people are like, quarterbacks are finally getting like their feet under them like year 3, I would say.
Which is probably the standard if we think about it. It's probably what normally it is.
It should be happening. Like it's rare for people to come out the gate. Normally what it is like if you're good, all right, you just gotta make sure you don't have a sophomore slump, or if you do have a sophomore slump, you figure out what to do. And then year 3, it's like, okay, this is pretty much who we're gonna get moving forward.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think what the best draft class is probably like for QBs is what of recent, maybe 2018 or 2019. I would say
2018 was Lamar, Baker, Josh Allen. I think there was another one.
Rosen.
Oh, Rosen was in that.
Rosen was in there. Was Darnold in there? Was that Darnold's year too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold was in there too.
Yeah, Sam Darnold was there.
Yeah, that was 2018 because 2019 was Kyler.
I don't even remember who else was in that class with Kyler.
Yeah, I'm about to look this shit right now. Actually, I need to know because it felt like it was just him.
I feel like it was just him.
There was I feel like there was another one. It was Nick Bosa. Oh, okay. I'm talking about QBs though. Damn.
Was it just Kyler?
It's a good draft, just not like quarterbacks. Because I like seeing a lot of good receivers and skill players. Damn. Oh my God. All right. Where's the QBs at?
It was probably just Kyler.
Shit, maybe. I just felt like there was another QB before that. I'm tripping. Daniel Jones. My fault.
Like you said, it was just Kyler.
Daniel Jones and the dude that passed away. I forgot his name. Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, those were the QBs. I don't see any other Q. Oh, Drew Lock. Yeah, it was just Kyler.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know why I made that such a big deal. It is different.
This goes to show that like from like when we was growing up from like what years? Like from like the late 2000s to the late 2010s, even maybe mid 2000s to late 2010s. Like that was like the golden age where we got spoiled with quarterbacks. We thought every quarterback was supposed to be good like all of them and play for 20 years like all of them. But now these niggas suck now.
Yeah, I think it's a balance. It's just like you're not allowing your QBs to truly develop, and then you're getting meshed in with the people that I'm saying you can only, how are they supposed to learn without, quality reps? And it's just kind of like I get that standpoint.
But Tom Brady learned without quality reps. Patrick Mahomes learned without quality reps. Like Lamar, he didn't start immediately. Josh Allen was terrible.
But I also believe that you should also have a quality. You can only talk about somebody sitting behind somebody if there's a quality vet in front of them.
That's true.
Like, yeah, CJ Stroud made sense because Davis Mills, and I like Davis Mills, but it's still Davis Mills. Jordan Love made sense to sit behind Aaron Rodgers. That just makes sense. Now, I don't know what the hell because the Kenny Pickett
he started. I think they had Mitch Trubisky for a couple games in front of him. But what do you? No disrespect to Mitch Trubisky, but what are you going to learn from Mitch Trubisky?
I just wasn't sure if Big Ben was still there because I felt like he was dragging it them last couple years of just like being there was like, bro, please retire, bro. Like, this is insane. I don't remember what year he decided to retire, but I was like, if that was Kenny's like first year, like then maybe I don't know.
I don't think they was on the team at the same time.
Okay, I was just making sure. I'm like, damn, just all right, bro.
Yeah, they don't know when to let it go, bro.
Absolutely.
Like Tua, he don't know when to let it go either. But that's another story.
But like, yeah, Mahomes was sitting behind Alex Smith.
Yeah.
So you have to prepare. Like somebody should have prepared Caleb. Like they thought preparing Caleb Williams was getting a whole bunch of receivers and skill position guys. Nah, you still do that, but you should have had a quality vet. I don't even know who's the vet there.
They don't have a vet. They don't have a veteran quarterback.
I mean, they gotta have some backup quarterback.
No, the backup is that Bajent dude who was a rookie last year, and he started them couple games. People were like, oh my gosh, he's better than Justin Fields. He needs to be the court. Like that's who the vet is for them. But Caleb Williams not gonna listen to nobody. First of all, but so
I did see that. I did see that.
Exactly. And like even watching Hard Knocks, you could tell Caleb Williams wasn't listening to the head coach. What's his name? Eberflus or whatever. But he's also not a good head coach, so I'm not surprised that Caleb wasn't listening to him. But I don't know who the vet is that somebody who's been told his entire life, oh, you're gonna be the number 1 overall pick. I don't know who the vet is that he would listen to.
I feel like Cam Newton would listen to somebody.
I was speaking of Caleb Williams in particular.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like number 1 picks in general. Cam
probably would have listened to somebody. I think Cam, he did sort of listen to, who was it? Derek Anderson, I believe, was his backup for a couple of years.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't like the only vets I could see Caleb listening to is Tom Brady. But Tom Brady's not going to be the backup quarterback for the Bears, so it's not even relevant.
This nigga not going to be a backup at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, but to get to the main QB that just became a backup, Bryce Young. Look, go ahead. Hey, take it away.
# free Bryce Young. Free Bryce Young.
Why do you say that?
Because I don't think. Well, Bryce Young, he was benched on Monday after the Panthers had a horrible showing on Sunday against whoever they played. I don't remember, but they only managed to get like 3 points. Bryce Young, I think in his past 4 games he started, he's only thrown like 450 yards. So that's like 100 yards a game. It's horrible for a quarterback. He's out there literally getting his ass beat every time he drops back. He has better protection than he had last year, but it's still terrible. And he's just looked like he's regressed. So he's been benched, and this comes after head coach David Canales was like, oh, Bryce, he's our guy. He's our quarterback. And then the next day he was benched. So a lot of people, me included, think it comes from the owner, David Tepper. And we talked about Tepper before. He's a horrible owner. Nobody likes him. I think he was the guy that he like threatened some restaurant because they said like they put like on their sign, David Tepper sell the team or something like that. So he pulled up on them in person and was like talking to them. He's the same owner that threw water or poured his drinks out on fans that were sitting below him. Like, he's not a good person. He's terrible at his job. He became the owner in 2018, and since that time, he got like 6 head coaches in 6 years, which is absolutely crazy. So that's why I say free Bryce Young. He needs a fresh start. He needs a fresh start somewhere because the Panthers are a literal dumpster fire. Like, you have Sam Darnold, who played for them for a little bit, and Baker Mayfield, who played for a little bit. They're both having great seasons right now. Granted, it's only been 3 weeks, and Sam Darnold, he's going to end up sucking eventually because that's just what he does. But they all look rejuvenated when they're not playing for the Panthers. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen with Bryce Young if he moves somewhere. Where, though, I don't know, but he needs a new start.
I didn't know how to feel about it. I mean, of course, that's just I want people to keep in mind. He said, he's our guy. And then the next day, they still said, hey, we're going to make this change. I want to make it very clear. He's still our guy. He is still our guy. We're just going to put him on the bench. So he they're saying the same sentiment, I guess, but I'm gonna be honest, and maybe it's just I need to really watch some more games. I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of like Bryce just got to do better because look, yes, it still feels like he's running for his life.
It don't feel like he's running for. He be running for his life, bro.
Like the stats that I see after games and the rankings of like, I think like his offensive line was like the least pressured for I think like I don't know if it was week 1 or week 2, but like he had the least amount of pressures, but you could never tell if you was looking at the film because it always looks like he's like fighting for his life. So a part of me was just like, does everybody look bad? Does everybody look bad? Or like is Bryce Young just doing something out of control because the numbers don't add up to what I'm looking like what I'm looking at the screen.
Yeah.
And but he does need a fresh start. They do need to figure things out, but at the same time, I'm looking at plays that they running for practice, and I'm seeing Adam Thielen doing jet sweeps.
I don't ever want. Adam Thielen don't need to run the ball. Never.
I want niggas to be fucking for real. Every time I think about this whole situation, I be thinking, damn, this nigga Dez is going through it. This nigga has some high expectations. And it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he can go to the Giants. I would.
We could go to the Giants, Greg. We could go to the Giants.
I don't want to though.
Also true.
I don't want to do that. Actually, say that one for Bryce. For real. Like Bryce, that's all you.
But hey, the Giants they do have a really good O line, which makes Daniel Jones being as bad as he is even more funny because he has a good O line and he still sucks. But
and he has a quality receiver.
Yeah, Malik Neighbors, even though he's a rookie, he looks like he's a truth. He got a head coach that's known to be good. It's hard for him to be good with Daniel Jones at quarterback. So I can see something like that happening. Or he can go to the Rams because Matthew Stafford's getting old and his wife is begging for him to retire. That's why she keeps saying all these embarrassing stories about him.
Oh my God.
But I think Matthew Stafford gonna retire soon, and what's his name? Sean McVay. He'd for sure be able to cook with Bryce Young because he's just that cold of a head coach. So I wouldn't be surprised about that. And they got Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, with 2 good receivers already. So that would probably be a good fit too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, even Baker. Baker has some decent moments with the Rams. I kind of forgot he was with the Rams. So, yeah, I think it can work. It's just they're not going to get out of Carolina. They're not going to get him out of Carolina this fast.
Yes, they will.
No, bro. Like
if they end up with the number 1 overall pick, they're drafting the quarterback.
Oh, I'm saying like he's not getting traded this season.
Oh, not yeah, I don't think so. Not mid-season.
Yeah, not mid-season. He's not getting traded mid-season. So, yeah, I don't know. And respectfully, nobody from a quarterback standpoint is looking Kyler Murray-ish and definitive to be like, oh yeah, I'm trading whoever I have, and I must have Quinn Ewers. I must.
I don't know what quarterback will go number 1. Because, like you said, no quarterback is looking like they're like college football season is really not. It's probably like 3-4 weeks, so there's still a lot of season left. But nobody has stood out that much to me. Like Quinn Ewers, he's
injured now.
He's good, but he's hurt right now. He's also very light in general. He's like 6'2" or whatever. But he's like 200 pounds, so he's skinny as hell. Same with Shador, and we also don't know if Shador is good because he keeps getting sacked all the time. He's like Bryce Young, honestly. There's Cam Ward who looks like he could be good. I don't know. So maybe him going number 1, I could see that because he got like the prototypical size. He can run. He got an arm and everything. So maybe he can be number 1 overall. I don't know. Carson Beck, he's just not good. So nobody should draft him number 1. But yeah, I don't know.
I just don't think a quarterback should be drafted number 1 this year. Because none of these niggas are better than Travis Hunter. But
Also true.
There's also a biasness. Like, unfortunately, I don't feel like Travis Hunter is going to be number 1. He just should be.
He's for sure number 1 is going to be a quarterback because that's just somebody's going to trade up to get one, even if it's not a quarterback needy team who is number 1.
I just find it so dumb to do this year.
People are obsessed with quarterbacks, bro. Even though they suck. Even we got people like Mel Kiper, who's a draft analyst for X amount of years, saying, "Oh, we need to go ahead and ban 2 high safeties." Which, please be.
Oh man,
64-year-old old man saying this stuff. Weird ass haircut, but this is Mel Kiper talking about what they should do to open up offenses.
Mel, pick it up from there. Now that we've sort of set the table for exactly what your problem is with it, how would you try and solve it?
Well, I grew up with the best of the National Football League, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. You're talking about deep shots, right? The go route.
What? I'm sorry. I grew up with the best football in the 60s and shut the fuck up.
The leather helmet era is crazy.
Shut up. I'm sorry. Let me continue. Let me start this over. This has pissed me off. What the fuck?
Pick it up from there. Now that we've sort of set the table for exactly what your problem is with it, how would you try and solve it?
Well, I grew up with the best of the National Football League, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. You're talking about deep shots, right? The go route, the 9-route post. You're talking about Terry Bradshaw in a Super Bowl hitting John Stallworth. You see diving, right? Just off his finger. There's the receiver. They laid it out there, right? Hit the receiver in stride. 65-yard touchdown. It's a beautiful thing to watch. That's what I want to see brought back to the National Football League. Okay, check down kings, bubble screen sensations, boring football. Game manager, I get it, but I want to see those deep shots. That's what the NFL was built on. I grew up with John Unitas, Fran Tarkington, Ken Stabler, Darryl LaMonica. You talk about quarterbacks, Joe Namath. It was just right. Brett Favre when he was doing what he did. Burt Jones with the Baltimore Colts. You think about those quarterbacks who would throw the ball down the field. I said what Bradshaw did with Stallworth and Swan, Roger Staubach. That's what I want to see brought back. Say, well, you can't do that, right? Well, you got a 5-yard rule with the cornerbacks, right? The Mel Blount rule, right? Now with the push thing with Hurts, you got to be a yard back now. So don't tell me you can't have those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage than they are. I was at games where I'm thinking, hey, too high? They're out in outer space. I couldn't even find us. So they're playing with 9 guys, right? Where are the other 2? Oh, the other 2, they're so daggone far back. And even though
like Orlovsky know this nigga's stupid, bro. Like, I'm so.
they're part of damn play. I'm telling you, we got to change this thing, and we got to have. Hey, you can warn them. Enough for they come up. Hey, guys, you got to get up a little bit, right? You're too far back. Warn those safeties, but you got to figure out. Competition committee, somebody, Dano, somebody's got to figure out what that depth is, but it's too far back right now. The NFL is being ruined by these too high safeties.
Mel, pick it up from there.
What the fuck?
Oh, man.
Pulls up, 3-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer!
Oh, man. Mel Kiper won. Mel Kiper, you win. Mel Kiper, you fucking win. I see it. I get it. W engagement. You know how to rile the troops up. I tell you that much. I don't even know if he believes all this shit. If he does, great. If he doesn't, great. You got your job done. This is why you're still there.
I can't believe he said that.
You racked up the views for the day.
And then he was talking about Terry Bradshaw on deep shots. I just Googled Terry Bradshaw. Look, Terry Bradshaw, his first year, he threw 6 touchdowns and 24 interceptions. His best year, he threw 28 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. He's never thrown for more than, 3,700 yards in a season, and he's only done that one time. Like, what are you talking about? Deep shots in the bed. Like, shut.
This nigga must love Jameis Winston.
And then he was like, oh, these safeties, they're playing too far back. You only look like there's 9 people on the field. Well, if it looks like there's 9 people and we got 11 on offense, I feel like we should just run the damn ball. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
Do we not care? Like, we can get you some slants. We can do some things. Like, we ain't gotta chunk yardage, check downs. Maybe that's not the football he loves.
Like we said, all of this ties into the quarterbacks. They don't know how to actually play quarterback in the NFL. And that's why you got all these offenses running these college, all these NFL offenses running these college type of offense with these bubble screens and this, that, and the third. That's why Jaden Daniels, he hasn't thrown a touchdown yet. And he's used to dropping. Jaden Daniels at LSU, he would drop back, throw the deep ball. It'd be perfect. Like, everybody knows, like, that's his thing. He got an arm. And then Washington, they have Terry McLaurin, who is a cold deep threat, yet he's just been reduced to running these bubble screens and everything. And, like, the offense, it looks horrible. They managed to get a couple wins, but they're winning off of field goals because they can't throw for touchdowns. Like, I think the last game they played against the Giants, which also goes to tell you how bad the Giants are. The Giants, they are the first team in NFL history to lose after scoring, like, allowing 0 touchdowns and scoring 21 points on offense, because the Commanders' offense, they scored all their points on field goals that game. Like, these quarterbacks suck now because nobody wants to teach the game.
They just don't have time to teach the game. They don't. They don't have enough leash. The fans are not as patient as they used to be. Everybody is in quote unquote NFL purgatory after 2 bad seasons. People misuse the term poverty franchise. I had a hot take about that, but I mean the sentiment is still true. Like, y'all don't know what a poverty franchise is. Y'all don't. Y'all can't last a 2-year rebuild. Can't do nothing without somebody getting fired or somebody being held accountable for something, instead of just genuinely sucking. Versus, now I have a generational quarterback and our ceiling is trash, but we have a hell of a floor raiser, and we can finally go to the playoffs and get knocked out in the first round for forever. Like, okay, bro, like, this is, if people knew how to rebuild correctly, it would take 4, 5 seasons, maybe even 6 seasons to get to get things back in order. But people not ready for that. People not ready to see their quarterback get time. Like, Desmond Ridder is trash, but I mean, the correct thing to do was, sit him out for like a year and then develop him for real.
The correct thing to do is not draft him, but
also true. But once you draft them, niggas not trying to commit for real. So, and sometimes it works. I think a lot of people like look at the outliers of, like, I mean, well, the Cardinals did it, and then it turned out good for them.
Kyler Murray's also a generational talent. Even though he's 5'10", he runs like a 4.3 and has like one of the strongest arms in the NFL. So
yeah, of
course it's gonna work out with Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I don't like the combine sometimes, because these the same stats we got out of Kyler Murray in the combine, bro.
No,
bro, he's still not. That's not him. That's not him. So yeah, Mel Kiper, I'm gonna just assume that you don't believe this and that you earned your paychecks that day. I'm gonna just assume that because it just makes too much sense. It makes too much sense for you to do it that route instead of actually believing what you're saying. You don't believe that. See, as soon as he said the 60s, 70s, that's when I knew this nigga was bullshit. He had to be. He don't believe that. Johnny Unitas, stop it.
Listen, bro.
We done with the 90s.
Then we're done with the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Goodness gracious.
Is it time for NFL picks?
Yeah, it is. It is time for NFL picks, Greg. And last night it was a Thursday night game, and it was the Patriots versus Jets in that snooze fest. I unfortunately had to go with Jacoby Brissett because I'll never betray my GOAT, and that did not work out. Who did you go with, Greg?
I went against my better judgment and also picked the Patriots, even though I felt like the Jets were going to win. I was like,
I knew the Jets were going to win, but I had to. I didn't have to do it, but I still did it.
And a lot of people, asking for our records. I've been slow about posting those, but as it currently stands, I am 6. This is including the Thursday night game. I am 6-6. Jax is 4-8.
I don't even remember winning anything. So
yeah, you had the Buccaneers saved you.
Praise God.
And I'll let you have that one because that was gonna be mine. So yeah, man, pick it up, man.
My fault.
You pick it the fuck up, lock in, nigga. So we're gonna go Sunday night, and that what the fuck? Chiefs Falcons.
Despite the Falcons beating the Eagles, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Humbly and respectfully, I'm choosing the Chiefs.
I'm coming to you with a humble heart and a clean soul, and I will be picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win a very tough battle. I do think it's going to be a close game, though. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be close. These primetime games are so weird.
Yeah.
The unexpected always happens. Every time. And we have also 2 Monday night games.
Why are there 2? That's weird.
They've
like
done
2
it
this early. Yeah, I know they've done it, but like, is something happening?
This early is kind of crazy, I will say. I don't know. I don't know. The first one is the Bills and the Jaguars. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm picking the Bills. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills as well, even though I'm not the biggest Josh Allen fan, but the Jaguars, like we talked about early in the episode, Trevor Lawrence, he looks bad. I don't know what's wrong with them. They should be better, but they're not. So, like I said, I'm going with the Bills.
And the second Monday night game, Commanders versus Bengals.
On that one, I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I'm gonna go with the Bengals on that one.
Look, I'm telling y'all right now, Commanders are winning this game.
You know what happens when you say it like that, Greg. You know what happens when you say it like that.
Commanders will be winning this game. And I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to understand this because they were saying that I'm tripping. And they was telling me that I was tripping for saying what I was saying about the Bengals. As it currently states, because I did the numbers, anybody that starts 0-2, it is an 11% chance that they make the playoffs.
This is not the playoff, though. It's one game.
I understand, but I'm saying, I mean, well, they're already 0-2, so you already have an 11% chance of making the playoffs. If you lose again and start 0-3, that bumps down to 2.5% chance of you making the playoffs. So when people are saying my shit was far-fetched, I was tripping, I was bugging about them not making the playoffs. Look, the odds are not in their favor. Don't just blame the hater in me. Look at the numbers. Y'all tell me this all the time. Anytime I want to get my shit off about the early 2000s, Jack, but look at the numbers. I'm looking at the numbers. It's not looking good for y'all. And I think Jaden McDaniels will get his first touchdown.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The time. I think this will be the time in this game on prime time. But Jack, what's your lock of the week?
My lock of the week, I'm gonna go.
I ain't gonna lie. These is a lot of tough games. These are not.
These games are pretty evenly matched. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So.
Oh man. There's 2 games I'm looking at, but I don't know which one to choose.
I know.
I'll go my lock. I'm gonna take the Saints over the Eagles.
Okay.
I'll take the Saints over the Eagles. It was between them and the Texans over the Vikings, but I think I want to say I'll go Saints over the Eagles.
My lock, Browns over Giants. I am not convinced that the Giants are good enough to even stop Massage Watson. I'm confident in that.
I feel like it's gonna be a tie. I can see it being a tie.
The tie is
sick.
That's sick as hell. That's sick. And what's your upset?
My upset. Oh, well, the Texans are underdogs. So my upset. Wait, no. If the Texans say -2, that means they're winning, right?
-2. That means that means they are winning. They have the Texans. Yeah.
So for my upset, I'll go Rams over 49ers. Yeah, I'll go Rams over 49ers.
Rams over 49ers. Hey, that's a bold take. No Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua. Good luck.
I definitely forgot about that, but it is what it is.
Good luck. But at the same time, look, 49ers ain't got Debo and McCaffrey. So it's evenly matched. My upset. Will the Panthers win their first game? Will they win their first game?
You believe in Andy Dalton?
I don't know, bro. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is tough, honestly. Malik Willis kind of surprised me too. Damn. No, you know what? Yeah, Packers over Titans.
Yeah, I can for sure see the Packers beating the Titans.
Yeah, Packers over Titans. That's my final answer. That's my upset for the week.
And I think they're trying to say Jordan Love, he might play. I don't think he will, but they're saying he like back at practice a little bit. But
there's too many memes for me to. It's too many Will Levis memes.
Do you think he's gonna make another one this week?
Yes, he will. I hope he does.
I don't know. I don't know how he could top him. I don't know how he could because I didn't think he could top the throwing the pick and hitting his knees. I don't think that top or the last one where he just threw the ball backwards. I don't think that tops that, but still, I don't know. I don't know.
Man. You see the press conference?
Yes, the coach just I just asked him, "What the fuck are you doing?" Because what are you fucking doing?
He's like, he's a grown up. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. And finally, is it about that time?
I think it is.
Almost pushed the wrong button. I almost pushed the put the fries in the bag.
All right, my hot take, and I know this will come off very hypocritical from a nigga with a podcast, but all these active players, bro, stop these podcasts. Stop these post-game podcasts, if anything.
Post-game is kind of funny. Yeah.
Post-game is crazy, but I want them to stop these podcasts because do you know we can see you? Do you know we can hear you?
I didn't know you were gonna bring up Micah. I don't know why I thought you were gonna bring up Debo.
This is what Micah Parsons had to say about the matchup, the upcoming matchup, as in the matchup that's happening this Sunday against the Ravens.
I see on TV in person, but obviously we're going to compete. It's going to be very fun, man. And Mike said I might spy Lamar, but I don't know. That's a tough feat for anyone to spy Lamar.
Like, nigga, do you know we can see you? Do you know we can hear you? Like, why are you telling us this? You shouldn't be telling us this. And then even more like evidence that these players can see the podcast and hear what you're saying. This is CJ Stroud talking about Jalen Johnson, what he told on Richard Sherman's podcast.
Stop telling your secrets on Richard Sherman podcast, dude. What you mean? The palms, look. You ain't slick, brother. You ain't getting me. You ain't getting me.
I know even last year, it's funny, the pick that you talk about, we were really in palms. So
you get that out of palms?
I promise you. Because look, hear me. I seen the formation. So in my head, I'm like, I know I'm to the field. He sees me off. He probably going to try to bang this 5-yard in. But I already knew the 5-yard in with a 7 behind it. So I'm kind of seeing it. And I'm in my head, I'm going to make a play. I don't like just catching that little pass and tackling it. So I'm like, if he throws this short route, I'm going to drive it. So sure enough, he caught it. Boom, he looked. I took off. Boom. I seen him pump. So I'm like, damn, I got to get out of there and get that. So I stuck my foot in the ground, got out of there. He threw it. I'm like, oh, I got him. And I took it.
Like, everybody sees these things. Everybody hears these things. CJ Stroud just told him, stop telling your secrets. Please. if you're an active player, stop telling your secrets. Get off these podcasts. I get you wanna talk. Talking is fun, but please, with all due respect, shut the hell up. And that's my hot take.
I think it's just because people think that they're better than what they actually are. I think that people think that, oh, like they can know this shit all they want. They can't stop me. But when in the NFL, like everybody thinks
everybody's good.
Everybody's a high level. Like I call you trash, but the reality is you're a professional athlete. So I need y'all to humble y'all. That's really what it is. I need y'all to humble yourselves. And I think there's like times where like Micah's on top of the world right now. I really believe in the heart of hearts, in his mind, there's nobody that can really stop him 1v1. Like even if I say I'm a spy, like there's nothing y'all can do about it. Like in his mind. So
yeah.
But of course, if people decide to lose, you gonna get back on that podcast and you gonna be like, yeah, it wasn't my best effort. They'll never be like, they're just better than us. It's always we gave it our best effort. Wasn't our best effort. We didn't come in there ready to play. It's always that. It's never just it's LeBron James. It's never that, huh? It's never.
Now with LeBron, they do say it was LeBron James. They be saying.
I'm saying in basketball for sure, but like in football, like with the exception of like Tom Brady, which he's not in the league anymore, but like and Pat maybe, it's always look, we just wasn't better, wasn't ready to play. Well, like what receiver would they do that for right now? Nobody. There's no receiver that'd be like, bro, it's Justin Jefferson, bro. Like
even they should like that is an excuse because
they should, but they don't. They don't give it up like that. They don't. Maybe if he's a little older, maybe. But I appreciate that hot take. It's not changing though, and I think because of this hot take, there will be 10 more this season. There will be 10 more new podcasts. All right, for me, my hot take is y'all need to get out Shedeur Sanders' dick. Y'all don't care too much. Y'all don't give a fuck about none of this. Y'all blow everything out of proportions. Yes, like I get like the Jack's sentiment of like they put a lot of stuff on themselves, I guess, to a degree, when it comes to stuff. But all this handshaking after the Colorado State game and y'all talking about maybe I'm a boomer, but I just don't want I just don't think he's gonna be a first round quarterback. It's just off this strip. Nigga, shut up. Shut up, because he ain't want to shake dude's hand. He shook people's hands.
He didn't shake that one dude's hand.
Yeah, he was like, sportsmanship. The same dude that was talking crazy about Colorado, and he turned down NIL money to come back, and he's talking crazy shit. I'm like, bro. And literally, all Shedeur said was, "Yo, you can't fuck with me." And on top of that, the Colorado State player didn't even stick his hand out. It's one thing if he stuck his hand out and brother just kept walking. You came in there and just started talking to that bad ear. Now all of a sudden, I don't know what the man said, but now I know you can't fuck with me. You can't fuck with me. But because you don't like Shedeur Sanders, you're making this bigger than what it is. And granted, y'all did talk shit about this person when he actually did it, but y'all still made sure that he was going to be a first round pick. And y'all the same people that championed this dude I'm about to pull up right now. Y'all the same people that got away with this one. This man right here, holding his strap, like he holding his piece to the other side of the bench after beating Kansas. The same dude that used to get the Oklahoma flag and plant it in the center of every field that he was a part of. Used to talk shit and say, "Stick to basketball. This is a basketball school." Y'all let him get his shit off. And he was the number 1 overall pick. So now all of a sudden, because he didn't want to shake the dude's hand, he's no longer a first round pick. Be fucking for real. And it's one thing when you're a troll. It's another thing when you are somebody that's in the industry feeding into the stupid bullshit narratives. Bro, stop it. Get off his dick, bro. Find something else to do. It's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Why your feelings hurt?
For what Baker Mayfield was much better than Shedeur Sanders. But also,
that's fine.
we've seen plenty of trash quarterbacks get drafted in the first round. Like Rich Trubisky had no reason getting drafted in the first round.
Bo Nix,
Trey Lance,
Bo Nix, pick, and you out here telling me, because what
exactly? Shador's going first round, unless he gets like a devastating injury, which knock on wood he won't. But still,
I'm saying, like,
even if he does, he's probably still going first round because that's just how the NFL works.
That's how it works. It's fine. It's okay to not like him, but the lie, come on now, we're better than that. We're better than that. That's my hot take. But with that being said, any last thing? Any last words?
Hey man, if you want to change your life, go do some life changing shit, bro.
The wise words of some nigga named Miles from Twitter: switching NFL teams is a top 5 shameful thing a nigga can ever do. And
once you find that team, you're locked in for life. That's just how it works.
Yeah, that's a shameful offense. You stick beside that. It's team, barber, and whoever you dating.
In that order.
And yes, absolutely. In that order. With that being said, I will catch y'all next week. Hopefully nothing crazy happens in between, but
if it does, cool. We'll talk about it.
Oh well, brother. But we'll catch y'all next week.